What the hell happened?
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live. I just hit the intro and it didn't play for some reason. It disappeared.
Awesome.
But you know what? Here it is. It moved on me when I hit the button. Hold on. Yeah, now we're live again.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
That's weird. I went to hit the intro, and for some reason, it moved, and I'm like, wait, why isn't it playing?
Don't mind if Joe or myself are eating peanut butter cups.
Bastards. Yeah. God, I love peanut butter cups. I wish I had peanut butter cups.
This should be fucking illegal.
Look at you guys eating Halloween candy while we're getting ready to watch a Halloween movie. Look at you guys.
What did John Marquette said? I wish I had a loofah, right? Or loofah.
God, I wish I wish it was a loofah.
That's funny.
So tonight we're celebrating. It's the last minute impromptu watch along of Rob Zombie's Halloween, because today it's exactly 16? Yeah, 16 years.
Yeah.
Since Halloween was released. 16 years ago, it was released Labor Day weekend, and it was #1 at the box office. I think it was like the biggest opening of a Labor Day movie. I don't know if it's been
last year, I think.
Was it until last year?
2 years ago.
Fucking gnarly.
Did you guys see it Labor Day weekend? Did you guys see it that weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Pat, I've said it probably 10,000 times. It's when we moved my parents to Wisconsin that week, and we saw it up north when we moved them in.
That's right. I forgot about that.
It's kind of sentimental now being up there all this week and then thinking about moving them up there and then seeing this movie.
That's awesome.
That's right.
Like, cool. What the fuck did I just watch? But I remember actually liking it more than I thought I would. Not perfect, but
yeah, this movie was really good. I like it. It's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know why people give it a lot of shit. I get it, the whole beginning part with the vulgarity and it's kind of really not something in that vein of a Halloween film. I get that. I get past it for only one reason only, because I love William Forsythe. I just love everything he does. Makes it easier.
Tell me if I'm wrong here, though. We're like, when you saw the advertisements, when we saw what we were doing, weren't us Halloween fans probably curious how they were going to be doing this prequel stuff as Michael's a child? I think that's probably what everybody was wondering, what the hell is going to go on.
And it isn't. It is what it is. It's not all that bad. It's okay. Hey, what's up, Rick Hunter? Thanks for hopping in.
Hey, buddy.
All right, conspiracy, sports, 3 of my favorite things right there.
I mean, I like the fact that they, this one, it was a different outlook. They didn't keep anything like a mystery as to what drove Michael. It's just that he had a fucked up childhood, and I think that's why he went crazy and started killing motherfuckers in a way. So as opposed to him just being evil, the shape and all that shit.
Yeah, it's really quite random of him too. Like, right, he's sitting at his table just eating and finger hidden freaking candy corn, and all of a sudden he goes more berserk.
Just snaps. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, you know, look, it's the same thing because you remember earlier on in the film when he just goes nuts and fucking kills the spy kid, snaps on him and kills him.
We call that anger issues.
The Spy Kid.
I mean, who the hell wouldn't want to beat the shit out of a spy kid with a branch?
Yeah, I mean, he was clowning on his mama. He was making fun of his mama. So that
Well, I
warrants
mean, come on. I
got to tell you, his mommy's pretty hot in this movie compared to other movies.
think he was speaking the truth. He was saying, "Hey, my dad said he'll, you know, for $1, she'll rub her tits on me." I would just be saying, "Is that true?" Because I got a pocket full of friggin' dollars, man. I'm just asking if it's true.
Yeah, off the subject, did Rob Zombie ever knock her up?
James,
or no?
what's up, James?
They don't have kids, I don't think, do they?
No, they don't have kids.
No.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hold on.
Rob
Why
Zombie
is my
shoots
Wi-Fi
ghosts.
showing me the thing? Come on.
James, how the hell are ya?
What's going on, James? Yeah,
That's
Freddie's been.
Celebration Patches.
Yeah, Brett's been on the golf course drinking all day, so this should be interesting. Is everything
What's
okay with me so far? Because I keep seeing the little fucking
What, you trying
Wi-Fi
to test me? I'm not driving. Don't do that shit.
Follow my finger. Fucking,
on my finger. One foot in front of the other. Say the alphabet backwards.
Test and shit.
If you ever want to YouTube Tony La Russa, the longtime Cardinals White Sox A's manager, YouTube him with DUI when they're trying to have him do the alphabet backwards. It's the funniest shit. They caught it on audio. Z X Y.
I can't fucking do the fucking regular alphabet normal. And you want to fucking make me do this shit backwards? Fuck off. That's
You guys
crazy.
ever seen National Lampoon's Senior Trip?
Oh yeah, that's a good.
You
one.
remember like the keyboarding, like when they're in the keyboarding class and the old man's like A space C. He has a heart attack.
Well,
and they're all
what was
typing
it,
my heart.
Yeah.
Was it the man with two brains? Was that the one where he gets pulled over by the cop and he's making him do the sobriety test? He's making him hop on one leg, do backflips, juggle.
Yeah.
He's like, man, your test is hard.
Now you're making me think, Pat, of Blind Date, as we've talked about, where Bruce Wilson's got the gun. Moonwalk. I hate that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody. So tonight we're watching the director's cut, rape scene and all. So we have it all. Everybody, Joe, you're all set up now because I know you were trying to find it.
I'm watching the regular version. I can't find the director's cut for some reason, so it's okay.
Did you look? Because I know it's streaming. I know it's on Amazon Prime. It's on Tubi.
It's on Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not pulling up for me. What? It's on Prime.
Yeah.
What
Pat,
the
what time is it in the UK? Darren Sands is up.
What the fuck?
Darren's up. Why is he messaging you?
No, he just posted something.
Well, in the UK right now, it's what, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 a.m. over there. It's 20 after 4. 6-hour time difference.
Damn.
Seriously, Darren, are you up right now? It's just like...
Yeah, because I saw I put a comment for Colin to join, but he said he had to get up real early, so I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Colin says he can't make it. It's late.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a 5-hour time difference, so it's 3:20 in Belfast.
Fuck, man.
It's like, you guys want to stay up? Come on.
Somebody else, I said it myself.
That's too fucking late.
That shit's way out of line.
That's way out of line. I'd be like, so long, gay boys. I'd be asleep.
All right, let's do this. So let's do our. So all of you out there, I'm sure I see some familiar faces. You know how the watch along works. We'll do a countdown. You watch it on your own, and we'll all just chat and watch it together because we can't broadcast it because they'll pull our ass right down, unfortunately. So we'll do a countdown from 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. Dimension should be popping up right now on your screen as I lose my voice.
Pat's got a Spirit Halloween shirt on. Ha ha ha.
Awesome.
Yeah, I finally found this. Like I said, and they only every time I would try to get this one because I like this one because it's got both sides and it's cool. The trick is to stay alive, and it's got it on the arms. And it's every time I found it in there, they only had like small and medium, which I wouldn't be able to fit on my thigh. But I finally found one in extra large. I prefer 2X because I like loose clothing. I like room to grow, and but this is an XL. So They don't seem to make a lot of XLs for Spirit, so a lot of heavy, which I don't understand because what about us all fat, us fat pricks that go in there and buy all your shit?
All the people
No.
that drink a lot of carbs and sugar.
Yeah, like me. I own
Big
4 copies of
calories.
every Halloween movie. Well, you're at the right place with us. Just look behind me over there. I got
I
tons
forgot.
of copies.
That's a really thick sweater, though, right? So it's like what,
No,
40 bucks?
it's not one of those. It's kind of thinner, I think, Joe.
It's very
not
thin.
like-
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
It's very it's thin. It's not very
That's
it's not
what she
very
said.
hot, I should say. Inside it. After the Chainsaw Massacre remake was a hit, remakes just kept. Oh yeah, this was like the age of the remake. Boom. So and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for me, when we did our remake list, to me, the 2003, that's the best remake that I've seen is the TCM remake. Bitches, they
That
give me the
shirt,
freaky eye.
we saw it at somebody wearing it at the Cincy Horror Hound, and somebody like blackened out the home word, so it just says the night he came. My buddy Jeremy's like, oh, real funny.
That's good. The night he came. Well, that was. Well, did you guys ever see the Halloween porn movie that's out there?
No, what
you
is
said
it?
something to me about that.
I gotta look it up. I can't remember what it is, but that's what it's, the tagline is. The night he came,
That's
and it's
fucking.
a guy in a mask and humping all these broads. Go look it up. You can find it online.
That baby's cute, man, little baby.
Travis, what is up? Hope everyone's doing well, enjoying their nasty candy corn. The nasty candy corn.
Travis, how the hell are you?
Welcome, Travis. Welcome.
True, the Dawn of the Dead remake was damn good, and Friday the 13th. Those were probably my top 3 right there. You just knocked all 3 of them right out for me, James. But to me, the TCM remake, I don't know, man. I just love that.
Yeah, Judith Myers is good too in this, man. She's yeah, baby, yeah.
He's a babe.
This was probably Sherry Moon's best acting performance, as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah, absolutely.
because she was very believable as a mom in this, and she doesn't even have kids.
That's true. She did seem like she gave a fuck. She did.
Oh, there he is, my neighborito.
Nice.
I just left his house. He's watching along with us, and afterwards, it's a nice full moon, so we're gonna hang out and have a couple drinks after this. Is that the name of it? Halloweener Seasoning of the Bitch? I know it's online, and I can't remember. I remember looking it up. I do remember the tagline said the night he came.
That's terrible.
You know what? Though, when you think about it here, though, he already had a problem when this movie had started because he's fucking cutting up little animals.
Yeah, well, Rob Zombie said he wanted all those interviews. He wanted to go into the mind of Myers, what made him, and then there's that always that backstory to a lot of serial killers that they used to torture animals, and kill small creatures. That's usually how things start sometimes for some of those people.
Yeah, it's kind of like the warm up. They're working on their skills.
Yeah, Judith. Yeah, Hannah Hall. She was she was Jenny. Run, Forrest.
Our buddy in this, the stepdad here, the boyfriend. What's his name? The actor, William. My last name William.
Forsyth.
Travis, you made that up. That sounded damn good because I thought that was it. I know go look it up. There's a Halloween porn movie, man, and it's such funny shit.
Joe, did you meet this guy at a convention?
Huh?
Forsyth?
Yeah. I met him.
Yeah, Mike.
He was super sweet, man. He's a nice guy.
Dude,
He is a very nice guy.
3 times at a convention. Every time he's got drinks like by his feet. It's awesome. He doesn't want them on the table.
My kind of man.
He was dressed like he was wearing some fucking sandals, and he looked just like a fucking bum off the street.
Mike, the timestamp is 4 minutes and 50 seconds. So if you move to 4 minutes and 50 seconds, you'll be right with us. He's in the bathroom getting bullied by the Spy Kid.
I just liked him in Deuce Bigelow. Remember, look at this dick. It's small.
I know. He's like, I was in the men's restroom, and I was, making a paper ass gasket, and something flashed up and hit me. You think I'm gonna be all right? I think you'll be all right. I better be.
The best, he's talking about his wife, and nobody has the clue that his wife is like drop dead gorgeous.
He's like, yeah, if you painted it silver and bent it on the end, it looked like a kickstand. Like, he's like, what the fucking Deuce is like, what the fuck?
And everybody just stay with us because remember, we're watching the director's cut, which is a little different than the theatrical cut.
Dude, this would be rough, man. Having a mom that's a fucking stripper, though.
I went to school with a kid whose mom was a stripper, believe it or not.
Well, like you could hope it's hidden, but it's not. Now this guy just died a year or two ago, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did. I can't remember his name. Fuck me.
What'd you say? What'd you say, bitch?
Upon rewatching this on Tubi, I realized I hadn't seen this all the way through. Everything before Loomis shows up is still intolerable for me, except for the bully dying. Yeah, there's some bits and pieces that you could definitely do without. You guys like the backstory to Michael, or do you prefer the original where there was no? I personally prefer no backstory. To me, it's more eerie, it's more creepy. The backstory thing would be cool in an anthology thing where they had different episodes and stuff like that. That's something like that would be cool to explore, because there is a backstory if you read the novelization that they could very easily put into an anthology where he's part of a cursed family.
That is the great Richard Lynch that died.
Richard Lynch.
Richard Lynch.
When did he die?
Oh, I was way off. Sorry, not 2 years ago.
Samsonite, you were way off.
Way off.
June 19th, 2012, last year.
2012?
Oh, that's the alcohol talking, Pat.
I was going to say.
He's been dead for 11 years. I'm very sorry.
I was going to say, 2012, that wasn't last year. How much did you drink today?
A fucking John Cusack movie.
This is awesome.
Now, this scene, though, in the principal's office, so this is where they got great outtakes if you got that DVD.
Yeah.
And Malcolm McDowell's a trip and a half.
Did you ever sit through like the 4-hour making of this?
I sure did, twice.
I did too. It's actually really good. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Can't do it all in one sitting. I did it in several sittings, but it was definitely fun to watch.
The part I liked a lot was the table reading they did.
That was cool. Really, up until the climax, is actually not bad, but then there was 20 minutes of Laurie hiding in walls, ceilings, and floors where Michael punches. Yeah, that whole scene in the Myers house.
Can you imagine if they did
Malcolm McDowell was funny. Malcolm McDowell, he was great. The outtakes with him and Brad Dourif are funny as hell when they just they're just joking around. They're great.
Dude, he's got a cursed mouth like no other. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when I remember
the
what's that?
With Loomis, though, where Down Pleasant, he had long hair like that. Down Pleasant looks so weird.
That would look weird as hell for Loomis to even have any hair. But I remember I saw this in 2007. I remember we had gotten like a subscription to like Entertainment Weekly because she used to get free subscriptions for shit. And I remember seeing it was a picture of Michael choking Linda, and it said new Halloween coming out. And I was like, what? I'm like, I didn't know they were redoing this. And it just, I'll never forget that. And then when it said that Malcolm McDowell was cast, I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought that was I'm like, wow, that is like a brilliant choice. And I think he does an effective job here.
That's still you're talking about Linda where he's choking her. That's where the Myers mask has the Yahoo Serious hair, right? Like young Einstein.
Yeah. Yeah. It's where he's almost he's got dreads. He almost looks like Zach De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah. Come on.
You know, one of the qualities of this movie too is they went back to Pasadena too. I think that's really cool.
That was because I saw this in the theater by myself. Because back in 2007, you figure my daughter was 2 years. She was a year and a half. She was a year and a half old. Terrence was only a couple years old. So, and the wife, we had only been up here for a year, so we knew some people, but not a lot of people. So she stayed home with the kids, and I went and watched it by myself. And I was floored because you recognize all the locations because it's in Pasadena.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is awesome.
Man, that kid is a douchebag.
And the Myers house,
right, Travis? Yeah,
has not had anybody living in it since this movie was made. It's empty.
I think it's like one of those ones where people use it for interior shots of things.
That sounds about right.
That's what I thought people said.
Orange whip, orange whip.
Orange whip, orange whip. Scene where Michael shoots Mike. The scene where she shoots Michael in the pool reminded me of the cake party episode, and that's no, As you can just tell from my name on my channel, that Halloween movie collector. Big that 70s fan, so I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that when they find the keg. Yeah, the world was supposed to end. There's been several different years when the world was supposed to end. Was that the one with the what the hell was that crazy guy? What the hell was that? Heaven's Gate? Was that was
Oh,
2012?
Follow Me? The cult? Follow Me?
Yeah, was that 2012 where that lunatic was trying to get everybody to commit suicide?
You had the video, right, where they all went nuts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
I bought that shirt for $2 when I was in high school. I don't know why.
No, his end is abrupt in both of Zombie's films, getting dispatched instantly in both. Yeah, I'm just not a bit, albeit it's not Malcolm McDowell's fault, but I just didn't like the Loomis twist of making him a dick in part 2. I didn't see the necessity for that.
I mean, to be honest, Daig.
Yeah, James. Yeah.
He's very. I don't know. He's very believable as when I think of like the child actors that portrayed Michael Myers, I always seem to think about him a lot. I don't know why.
I love this part. Hey, clown. Cat killer. That is some seriously faggoty ass shit.
Yep. Yeah, I'm. You know what? I'm excited to meet Daig at 45. I'm excited.
He looks so different now. He's so tall and freaking skinny as hell.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think he's gonna be a nice guy to meet.
There you go, Pat. There's the shirt I had in high school for something.
You had that shirt? That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
That guy was a friggin' nut. Janet, I'm gonna be late. Yeah, we get to see Sherry's she's got some nice can, I'll tell you that. She loves to show her ass in every movie.
You're goddamn right.
I think that's her best asset.
Florin Wright.
It's her best asset.
She's got a great ass. Good looking woman. She's aging very gracefully too. God bless her.
She's one of those, she doesn't need makeup to be pretty type of cows.
Yeah.
She's a natural beaut. I think she's great.
Follow me.
She's somebody I like to just sit down and have a cup of coffee with,
She's somebody who wouldn't mind having a salad with.
Yeah.
How about a Fresca?
What a Fresca. I wouldn't mind sharing a parking spot with her in a parking lot.
Something sweet. I wouldn't mind sitting there reading a book with her.
I wonder if she dates one of the Yankees.
What's up? She needs to lose the dreads. Does she have the dreads still? Or did she get rid of those things? I haven't seen pictures of her recent. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the dreads. I mean, I know Rob's had them. So
Rob's
got them.
Rob's a trip to meet, though. He's definitely humble to his fans, though. I will give him credit for that. So
that's awesome. You know what?
It was supposed to end in 2015.
I find Rob Zombie and Ozzy Osbourne very unique individuals. That they're not the greatest singers of all time. They're just the very good showmen.
Oh,
yes,
that's
a good way to put it, Joe.
There's Sherry's ass.
There it is.
And there's the great song that's also in Dazed and Confused, "Love Hurts" by Nazareth.
Love hurts. Great Nazareth.
So to me, it's like that's what it takes to be famous. Is just if you have the showman skills, the showmanship, you can make it in this industry.
And this was a good casting choice because he's believable as her son, because you can definitely see that with the hair and everything.
Oh yeah.
My thing, of course, everybody gives him shit about his wife being in every single one of his movies. My thing with her is, I want to see her do something else her husband didn't do.
That's what I'm saying.
Acting chops for somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because she's very good.
I mean, she's not bad. Albeit I think. So you figure, I loved her in House of a Thousand Corpses. She was fun, and now she was great in The Devil's Rejects.
31, I like a lot too with her.
She was a badass in 31. Lords of Salem, she was all right. It was, it is what it is. You see her ass.
Jesus, look at those.
But in The Munsters, epic fail. She was actually annoying as Lily.
Look at this Andy Samberg guy.
Yeah, her NECA figure is coming out pretty soon.
I mean, I did enjoy the movie. It was a fun movie to watch. It was entertaining. Like I said, Daniel Roebuck, he stole the movie as Grandpa. He was amazing as Grandpa. But
Daniel Roebuck and Company.
yeah, she really can't act, but like most of the stuff that she gets, it's really like most actors can do. She's not really getting anything too tough. This, like I said earlier, this is probably her best performance.
Dude, this guy outkicked his coverage with Judy. I swear to God, I'm sorry.
Dude, that dude, his paleness reminds me of Pat's legs.
I'm sure. What do you? Do I have to show my legs to everybody? Come on. The most disgusting thing in this movie for me is the boyfriend eating the sandwich after having sex. Yeah, usually I go for a beer.
Hey, those fucking nips could cut glass, man. Damn.
Travis,
Yes.
you ever had Tito's Puffs after having sex?
See, and this is where he just busts out the mask. That is just so random as fuck.
Oh god, I hate those circus peanuts. Never liked those things.
Never into candy corn either.
And candy corn? No,
Candy corn, Tootsie Rolls, no fan.
no.
Any
My wife
any
loves Tootsie
interest-
Rolls. I hate them.
Any interest in the trick or treat Halloween Rob Zombie masks at all?
None.
Did you see the one post? Somebody said that they saw the stickers. They're going to be at the Party City stores.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him in person.
I was at,
Joe, 2
I was
hours. Actually an hour and 22 minutes. That's all
I'm
you got
fucking
left.
bugging. I was just at Party City there, guys, and I saw all of the old masks on display already. I was able to cop a trick or treat H1 knife, not the movie poster knife, the real curved one, like the regular butcher knife at Party City for $14. Not bad.
Greg says, I like the kid, Michael Myers, in this film better than the kid in Halloween 2.
Yeah, I guess.
Are
Yeah,
you talking about the kid that played him in the Rob Zombie's Halloween 2? Yeah, they thought he grew too much or some bullshit. Like
Yeah.
that.
Well, he's going to be at the thing, but Chase Wright Vanek, he's supposed to be at age 45. What age did you guys stop trick-or-treating? Who said I stopped?
I never stopped.
I probably stopped, I want to say, sophomore year, because we just did it as a goof, freshman and sophomore year, just going out
Were
with
you
some
ever
friends.
done once you have the kids and you get to go through their fucking candy and take what you want?
Then when my
Yeah,
son was
I
born,
think
I got
that
to do it all
counts,
over
though.
again. Yeah, I
That
did.
counts as trick or treating still.
So last time I trick-or-treated was probably about, I want to say about, see, my daughter's 17, about 4 or 5 years ago. That's when she stopped. It's actually sad. I miss it. I miss taking the kids trick-or-treating.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too, man.
It's still pretty fun, dude. I just like going because we go with all the neighbors and everybody's got drinks with them.
Hell yeah.
Because
They
we
got them in
go
those
down
big
to
old
town.
cups.
We go down to town, and in town, when my father-in-law, before he passed away and we sold his house, he always had he had a kegerator on the back deck. So I would just keep going, like, because it's a small town. As they walk, I'll be right back. Walk up, refill my drink, go back, meet up with them, walk around town again.
Nice.
And everybody's like, "Where you getting those beers?" I'm like, "Come with me."
Well, Pat, you got the pictures for some of the stuff in the podcast. That's when we were walking around trick or treat when I had the freaking Mike Dick and Ted Lasso outfit on. I had that big thermos of fucking Jack and Coke.
Timestamp, everybody. We're at 19 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yeah.
He just is going downstairs now with the baseball bat.
Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
He's already killed William Forsythe. He's going downstairs and he's going to beat the shit out of the boyfriend.
I always get a kick out of it. You guys ever seen Who's Harry Crumb, the John Candy movie?
Oh, I love Who's Harry Crumb.
Oh,
Do you remember how Jeffrey Jones? Remember how like they tape up his mouth and tie him down in the storage or the utility room at the airport at the end?
Oh yeah.
And what's her name kisses him on the fucking lips, the lipstick, the lipstick on the fucking duct tape.
Can you say that again? I don't think I can.
Give the money to Elliot Drayson. Who? Elliot Drayson.
Yeah, I'm fucking stoked, man. I get to see Rob Zombie on Sunday, man.
I'm fucking stoked I get to see you in person in a month. How about that?
Hey, that's
Yes.
fucking crazy. That's crazy.
Travis. So boyfriend
That's
is the
like
physical
fucking
embodiment
crazy.
of every late 20s goth pervert who would wait outside of my high school for the bell to ring. It's pretty descriptive, but true.
Damn. Let's see. Damn,
Switch
18
from older
comments.
ringtones voice making me want to puke to mute Poltergeist. Young Michael's face makes me want to stop watching. Travis is on fire.
That's
Travis, Judith's boyfriend makes me want to just go crazy.
for real.
You kind of do want to beat him in the head with an aluminum baseball bat. The sight of the roast beef and the mayonnaise makes me get. You know what, mate? I'm right there with you. I love roast beef, but one thing you guys will learn about me: mayonnaise. I can't stand it. Oh, God, I can't stand it. I can tolerate it in certain like tuna salad or potato salad, but like on a sandwich and everything, no.
You know, I thought of everything in this Myers house here. There's nobody. Does anybody take showers? They're all dirty.
Yeah, the house is
fucking funky as hell.
Yeah. She's probably sitting there rolling over. She got a stanky ass right now.
But that's the same thing about, Devil's Rejects and, all that stuff is that they all look just grungy as fuck. Grungy and grimy.
She's got a nice can. She's got a nice can. It might smell.
Movie of the can.
Go wash that can.
Smell that straight ass cheeks.
One thing you can't deny about this film is this mask was really good compared to all the other shit we got.
True.
I actually like the clown mask costume too. His clown costume mask. It's pretty cool.
I like that mask, and I like the escape mask too. With the pumpkin face. Orange pumpkin. Yeah, pretty good shit.
Look at his fucking dirty, bloody fingers.
Dirty, bloody, stinky fingers reaching for her. Aren't you my Jenny? My Jenny? Oh, John Candy. John Candy was the man in the 80s. So many great movies. Oh, God.
It's fucking brutal. Look, he's just looking at her. Clear as day in the eye.
And this, to me, is such a brutal scene. As she's walking away, he's just fucking slashing her. It's like one of the most brutal kills in this film.
I think that's my favorite mask right there. The pre-aged one. It looks good.
Yeah, real good. So I know Wayne Toth did the visual effects for this. Did he make the masks too?
Shit, I don't know.
I don't know.
And I think it's cool, him in the clown outfit with the mask. And it's funny because the mask looks like it's angry.
And they're doing the music there. The music's good.
Does the mask look like it's angry?
Yep.
And he's just slashing away at her, man.
Get away from me, bitch.
I love the whole stalking thing. The music and him stalking her with a big fucking head. We need a bobblehead of that shit. What
Rob Zombie did bring back to this that was missing from some of the entries in the 80s is Michael, you figure like part 4, 5, 6. It was just like he just killed him. He was just killing them to kill them. The kills in here, watch. He's slashing them and then they're full and he's watching them. He's enjoying killing them like he was in the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's really wild here, too? Now you have to assume he stashes that mask and knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't see it, but that's what he does. Yeah, sure.
And he knows exactly where it is, so he goes back to get it.
If this were a scary movie, Judith would have farted when Michael was feeling her up, and it would have cut to the Michael mask with a disgusting face. Travis, man, you're on fire tonight, brother. I'm glad you're here.
The fucking chops on Daniel Roebuck in this film. There are something.
Oh, those big mutton chops. John Candy is the man in black. Every time you see him walking with his briefcase in age 5, every time you go away, place blows up the police station. Damn. It's good to go. Shit's about to get real.
When I first saw this, I was like, please don't hurt the baby.
Yep.
Don't hurt the baby.
Don't kick the baby.
Kick the baby. I remember when Terrence was born. I'd hold him like this all the time, and I'd be like, "Kick the baby," because Kathy and I we used to watch South Park back in the day. I'm like, "Kick the baby, come on!"
That's fucked up.
First season, baby. I would say so, James, easily. I think
Easily.
my two co-hosts here would agree too. It's
My favorite
Oh,
zombie
yeah.
movie is easily The Devil's Rejects. Love that movie.
like an action film.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know, right, Mike? Who called the cops? I'm assuming she did, but somebody did. Didn't this reporter always look like Ted Danson from Cheers?
Yes, I was just
Damn.
going to say that with makeup.
Yes. Hey, Mary. Hello. Welcome. If you want to join in, we're watching the director's cut, and timestamp is 26 minutes and 8 seconds.
You know what they didn't do though, Pat? That got reporter. 3 people are dead tonight.
3 people are dead
Oh,
tonight
yeah.
as a result of an escaped mental patient. I'm told we're going to stay on the air. As a result, the streets between Chestnut and 10th are jammed with both people and cars. I repeat, those streets are Chestnut and 10th. They're both just jammed with people and cars.
You do that too fucking good.
Yeah, I know. He's practicing. Awesome.
Hey, it doesn't hurt when you've been watching the movie for over 40 years.
Still,
Repetition is key.
he's in the back seat. Do you remember in the trailer of this film where it flashes the
Yes.
Myers mask?
It flashes to the Myers face, which
Yeah.
was actually really cool. Very good call. I forgot about that.
The
Yeah,
apparent
there was something
victim
I was
of a
gonna say
brutal
before.
beating with a baseball bat.
The undamaged mask is awesome, but I like the yeah. That's one thing I will never complain about with the Rob Zombie films. The masks are cool. Even a lot of people got a lot of shit for the Hobo Myers mask, where the stripper pulls a piece of it off and is torn off a little bit. I think it kind of looks cool.
I thought they didn't have to do that, but it was getting ripped apart already at the beginning, so it didn't really.
Yeah, you got to figure. I mean, there's no way this thing's gonna stay perfect. I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah, they did that shit with the new trilogy. They slowly, the mask went through its transitions.
Yeah.
So this just went through a little bit faster, transition. That's all. That's
The
all.
baby scene, the head stomp, White Horse Pizza, and Halloween Kills. Yeah, it's true.
Would it be something if?
Is it like oh, thank you.
This is
Spirit
just
Halloween.
perfect.
It's new. Go to Spirit. I just picked it up this year. Yeah, it's like exactly, James. Like in every Friday the 13th movie, who called the cops at the end?
Yeah, they just randomly show the fuck up. Pew! Pew!
Is that pulp-free orange juice?
Oh, shit, I got a visitor. Oh,
Uh-oh.
get
Joe's
off.
pussy.
Get off. She has her butt right in my face. Don't knock the remote down. Get down.
I remember Dig had done that Will Smith movie around this time he was in. Remember Hancock?
Hancock.
Oh, Hancock.
Not John Hancock, Herbie Hancock.
Herbie Hancock.
Is he still acting? I know he was trying in that rapping career thing, which
Junk in the trunk. Junk in the trunk. Junk in the trunk. Some shit.
you guys read the Rob
I would
Zombie
have to
H3
go-
script.
Wouldn't you guys have to go to like Bigger
I
McCracken?
did.
Like, you mind taking that wardrobe off and coming back here next time?
Exactly. You can wash that off before you come back over here.
Fucking green sweater looks horrible.
I love it.
What
Yeah,
do you
the Halloween 3D movie, but it never happened. Actually, what's his name was cast in it.
It was Patrick Lussier
Tom
who
Atkins.
was gonna do it, right?
And Atkins was cast in it already. He agreed to do it, and then it just. If you read, guys, I'm trying to remember exactly. I mean, there was a whole event that shut it down, but it's all in taking shape.
Yep. Character always bugged me to the point that like Michael still slaughters him no matter what. But I guess that's the point. He has no. He has no emotion.
There's no emotion. Yeah. It's like you're killing Danny Trejo, man. Don't kill Danny Trejo.
I was good to you, Mikey. I was good to you.
I'll take you to my cantina and make you.
You hide the best for a reason. That's why you hired the unholy too.
That's right.
We might have to hit Trejo's cantina. It's good. Got a couple of them.
Actually, I was looking at hotels again today. I still didn't book my hotel for the beginning of the week.
I don't know, Pat. I don't know what's going on.
I saw a couple, and there was one that was like centrally located, so we can go to like the Santa Monica Pier and see a bunch of different stuff. So I don't know. I got to figure it out. Got to figure it out.
Gotta finger it out.
What's the difference between jelly and jam?
Oh,
Yeah.
I still got to go with it. Paul Giamatti would have been a good Loomis too.
I think so too. That would have been a good choice. Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Trejo's a great actor. He's good.
Oh, he's great. He's great in Heat. Yeah. Got his face crushed in Heat.
And the one and only Machete.
Machete, right?
That's right.
Oh, jeez.
And who was the other guy that was with him in Devil's Rejects, the wrestler? Diamond Dallas Page.
DDP.
T. Bang!
Cutter. Bang! That's right. It's like the Diamond Cutter was like a modified stunner.
Yeah, RKO now, the newer, older RKO.
RKO. That's right. But the fucking Diamond Cutter was bad, bro. That shit was tight.
That move, because both of those guys that did that move, it would just come out of nowhere. You could just nail the guy, and it was like a pop, like the Stone Cold Stunner. Yeah,
man. I like going back on YouTube and just watching the best diamond cutters, dude. The best, like from the top ropes. Those were my favorite diamond cutters when they would jump off the top rope.
Oh yeah, hit him in the air.
Yes, and he'd catch him. Oh my god!
Although he did piss me off in that film because he killed E.G. Daly, and I've had a crush on her since Valley Girl.
Oh yes, Ellie Knight with a K, dude. He's become really popular in WWE. Watch his move. His move is kind of like an RKO and a stunner. It's pretty good.
Oh really? What's it called?
I forgot what his move is called.
But I'll check that out. I'll check that out.
Did you ever meet Diamond Dallas, Brett?
A couple times.
I was just saying because I know you got a bunch of wrestler stuff that signed.
I'm surprised you didn't sign up to do DDP yoga.
Lisa bought it for me, and we were. Well, I'm just gonna say we just didn't do it.
No, that's cool.
He was doing yoga.
He got his own yoga program. It's very successful.
Yeah,
really.
He has his own yoga stuff. Yeah, it's so cool because it's like he had like a lot of his wrestler friends like do like promotions for it, and it's real cool, man. It's like you wouldn't think it because he's like this rough, tough guy, but it looks pretty fun.
He's on his third wife, and like he's like business partners with his previous wives. It's hilarious.
DDP yoga, doggy.
His first wife, if you remember the 40-year-old virgin, where the girl that's got her nipple or boob keeps up popping up. Do you remember that? That's his first wife, Kimberly.
Yeah, he's like, and it just came out.
Danny was also the guy who gave peyote to the guys in Fanboys.
Oh, nice.
Ah, yes.
Very nice.
If you ever watched Grounded for Life, I was delighted to see Richard Reel as Buddy, the security guard in the next one. That's right. He was in Grounded for Life. Was he on there? Because I remember seeing him on that. My name is Buddy. I'm here to help.
I like Ready to Rumble. DDP's got a big part of himself in it.
Oh, he does. Foreign objects!
Get off me!
I need to get out of here.
What happened to your sleeves, Michael?
Where'd your sleeves go? Who cut them? Because I'm sure they didn't give him scissors. Actually, they must have given him scissors because he made all those masks, which is pretty strange. Because he's going to be killing the nasty nurse with a freaking fork soon.
That's what that raggedy bitch gets.
Yeah, what a fucking nurse ratchet bitch that she is. Timestamp, we're at 34 minutes and 40 seconds. Just so everybody's on par.
He's about ready to stop talking here in a minute. He says that's it.
This is it. You don't hear him talk after that. That's it.
Look at they're just miserable here as we're all just sitting there.
Exactly. It's just like the most miserable scene. And you got to wonder, it's like,
how the hell did the adults have more of their veggies left than him?
Yeah.
I don't even have any.
It's like she comes and visits him once a week, and you got to wonder what's running through her head because he killed, this is your son, but he also killed your oldest daughter. So it's definitely weird.
You know what would have been interesting is if she didn't kill herself. What
Yeah,
killed
because I
her?
remember I didn't watch a lot of Grounded for Life, but I remember watching a few of the episodes and I remember seeing him. I'm like, oh, there he is, his buddy from part 2.
Don't go in the direction of killing herself. See, when he escapes, she's living on her own. Imagine that, huh? It'd be crazy.
How would you all rank the Halloween movies now? Well, we did a ranking. Was it a couple weeks ago? With Colin? Colin joined us?
Yeah, we did. We ranked them
Yeah.
all.
Halloween 1, Halloween Resurrection. Just kidding.
Yeah, no.
That-
My number
Halloween
one,
Res-
2. Woohoo!
Halloween Resurrection.
That's a cunt right there.
Got some Tim the Two-Man Taylor going.
In there.
No, don't be stupid.
Row.
The camera shot of that.
He's like, oh no.
Well, I can give you my top 3 off the top of my head, and there's from 1, 2, and 3. It'd be Halloween, H2, and I think I put 2018, but I was watching H3 again the other day, and I want to put H3 back in the 3 spot, but I'll put 2018 in the 3 spot again.
I always
Take
think
the
about
mask
what
off
John
because
Clark
it's
does.
out.
He always says 1, 2, 3 are the best. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I do really love 2018. That's why I'm psyched to start the novel in 2 weeks. I really think they did a great job with 2018.
Pretty effective with the siren going off, and
Yeah,
you don't exactly see the nurse like up close. It's just up close shots.
Rick says, I really wish Tyler Mane would play Mike. He was great. He was effective. He really was. I mean, I thought I'd be a little off put by such a tall Myers because Nick Castle was not tall. Neither was Dick Warlock was even shorter.
It worked for the Rob Zombies movie.
But it did work for these. He did it's one thing you can't say about these films is that he did a great job as Myers. I wouldn't. If he played Myers in a movie again, I'd be excited to see that.
You're a big some bitch.
Now, did the neighbor hear the gunshot go off because that fucking baby's like all alone? Just like,
Oh man.
oh wait, that's right. Brackett says something where he gets to the house. That's right.
No.
And
No,
somebody
no.
mentioned the other day, like, this isn't realistic. Like, why would she kill herself? Because she's got another child. Why would you do that and leave your other child all by itself? But you don't know what goes through people's head, or in this case, probably a 38.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
15 years later.
It's stupid.
You got to do it in the SpongeBob voice. 20 minutes later.
A few moments later.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
It came with the frame, is what I'm saying right now. Oh no, that's not Courtney Gaines. That's the other
Let's
guy.
put a shrimp on the Robbie.
Oh, there he is. Man of mystery. What's up, Rob?
Hi, Rob. How we doing, buddy?
So, Rob, I apologize. I saw your message on Instagram. I think it was you about coming on and showing your collection and being our guest collector. First of all, you have to turn the camera on or you can't come on. Did you send that today? I have to get back to you. If you want to come on as a collector, you're more than welcome to come on.
Pat, Jill, and I are going to work out the contract. There's certain clauses we have.
The camera has to be on. No masks. No blacking out of the face. We got to see what you look like.
You're gonna be like the fucking neighbor from Home Improvement. Hey, neighborino.
Wilson?
That's right. Having Patrick Star from SpongeBob as the cop in the sequel was delightful. That's right. Good call, Travis.
See, right now, he's cool with his buddy Trejo here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You wait. I'll come in here and fuck this place up. You watch.
Mm-hmm.
See, we all have mustaches, right? That start getting over my fucking upper lip, I gotta trim that shit down.
Just be behind a fence like the neighbor in Home Improvement. So we'll just see from here up on Rob.
Yeah, did you not hear Joe just say that?
Is that what he said?
I'm just kidding.
Did you? I didn't hear it.
No, it was cool. I'm having a fun time. I'm being silly.
Do let's see if I can do it.
Uh,
This will be it. This will be Rob.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have this and this, and this is all you're gonna see.
or you could do like a sackhead Jason, or you could do like the Phantom of the Opera mask where half of it's taken off.
Oh, look at that beauty.
It was scary how much Laurie's friend looked like Tim Curry in the next one. Oh yeah, when she dressed up like Frankenfurter.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm a chick that's dressed up like a dude that wants to be a chick.
Wow.
In all fairness, doesn't this put Michael over the edge? Him telling him this though. This is where the shit really hits the fan.
This could be pretty much where the shit hits the fan because he figures, you know what, at this point, let's do it. Game's on.
Well, give me 1 second.
No, you can't wear a mask, Rob. We need to see you.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be
Uh-oh.
fun. You know who this is?
Is that your brother?
Hello?
Alright, I'm getting off Randall Road here in a couple miles.
You're gonna come can you come down to the basement so I can show you something?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't overstay my welcome. Can't stay long. Obviously, I gotta get up for work tomorrow, but yes, of course. I will. I don't want to, if the kids asleep and I'll ring the doorbell. What do you want me to do? Knock? Or you just want to watch for me on your camera or what?
Yeah, send me a text. How about that when you pulled in?
I'll send you a text when I pull in the driveway.
Sounds fantastic. Okay. Bye-bye.
These are the eyes of a psychopath. Yeah. Timestamp 42 minutes and 30 seconds.
He's gonna be like, what the fuck?
I will say this: your brother's voice sounds like he should be like a cop. He sounds like he was like, yeah, 10-4, I'll be there.
Oh,
There's a 10:30 in progress on 5th and Main.
He is the most down to earth person. He's fun, don't get me wrong.
He does. He sounds like a cop. Dale's gas station, 5th and Main.
I told him, Mark, Mark, you're going to have an edible one day. See what you do.
Joe sounds like the Man in Black's voice, does he? Danny, a kill for him. Oh, fuck you. Want to fuck her? I'll fuck her. There he is. There he is. It's Malachi. It's like, you gotta wonder, like, why does he have such a bug up his ass about Michael?
I don't know. Hans. It's Hans from the Burbs.
This chick was cute, though.
She was like a better looking Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. She's a pretty girl.
This is just rough.
And Lou Temple, God bless him, he always plays such a sleazeball.
He looks like one.
Got me a bona fide sure shit idea.
And you pick Michael's frickin' room.
What a dumb.
He was such a scumbag in 31. And this scene is. I remember watching this and I was like, this is. You don't see this shit in a fucking Halloween movie.
Yeah, it was inappropriate.
I mean, granted, we're watching a movie about somebody that's going around killing people. And we're like, oh, that's inappropriate. But still, you don't need a rape scene.
Yeah.
I don't know who this actress was, but pretty girl. She got a nice can.
This is the nice can episode.
A lot of nice cans. I'm a big fan. Like cans. You know how many crunches it takes to burn off a donut? Yeah, he was in Children of the... Yeah, that's Malachi. Malachi, he wants you too.
You fucked with my masks.
Oh shit.
What's amazing that had no.
Yeah,
effect.
the scene. Yeah, the scene that should be playing right now is the security breakout scene. If you're watching the theatrical cut, right, Joe? Because you're watching the theatrical cut, right, Joe?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the breakout scene
Yep.
with Bill Moseley
Yep.
and
And
what's her name?
What's her name from Police Academy?
On
Easterbrook.
Police Academy
Oh
with
yeah.
the big knockers.
big
Leslie Easterbrook.
Yes, the legend.
I love America.
Mama Firefly from The Devil's Rejects.
That's right. She's a dirty girl.
Aren't you a dirty girl?
Imagine if Trey was just like, you know what? Just leave. Leave me alone. Just go. Leave me.
Oh, if I would have saw him there and he's trying to put the chains on, I'd be like, no problem. It's all you. I'm out. Especially because he's retiring. It's like, I'm retiring. Do what you want. I'm out.
Like, just let him out. Shit, here's the key. Go, motherfucker.
You let him out.
No.
Massacre.
No, I didn't. I tried to keep him. I did.
That's right. That's coming, Brett. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see this one get killed.
Sam, it's a fucking massacre.
Then we have our other buddy, Udo Kier.
Udo Kier. Yeah. From he was what was the name in Ace Ventura? What was his name in Ace Ventura?
Oh yeah, he speaks another language. That's right. And Ace is like just talking.
He's like talking gibberish. What was his name in Ace Ventura? Though? I don't remember.
Who?
He had a specific. Oh, I forget what his name was.
Who?
I'm just thinking of when. Now I'm stuck on Who's Harry Crumb recently. Remember when the one guy speaking another language to him? And he's like, sure.
Oh, she was hot. She was great in Police Academy.
Oh my god.
Go Grizzly Birch.
What was her name in what was her name in it? And Captain what? She was a captain. I can't remember what her name was. Shit, I forget.
Not Hightower, not Tackleberry.
Then she ends up hooking up with the guy who's pretending to be Puerto Rican, but he's not Puerto Rican at all to hook up with the girls. Remember Steve Gutenberg's like, I just gotta ask you a question. How come sometimes you lose your Spanish accent? He's like, because I use it to pick up the girls.
Callahan,
that's it, Callahan.
I just like it's with the Asian guy or the Filipino guy. Remember, I love America. When he's with her.
That's good to you, Mikey. You can't kill Danny Trejo. Come on. That's a good question. Who opened the chains? Well, he busted the chains. Just goes to show you he could have did it whenever he wanted.
You remember in Heat where he pretty much gets beat to death in the face?
His face is like, smashed in.
Fucking De Niro. He tells De Niro to put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
Like, fucking just kill me.
Yeah, there's a few more things. Yeah, it explains a few more when you do see the director's cut. One thing could have did without is the rape scene. Yeah, like this breakout mass of the pumpkin. That's pretty cool. Give him credit for that.
That anymore.
Yeah, man, those big back TVs with that weighed 8,000 pounds.
Fucking massacre. Yes, it's Opie's brother.
That's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's Opie's brother. It's shit, what the fuck's his name?
Something
Clint
happened.
Howard. Clint Howard.
He was in Apollo 13, Three from Hell. Remember, he was a clown.
He was the clown that they kill in Three from Hell. Yeah. He's been in a ton of stuff.
Ice Cream Man. I remember that when I was younger.
Ice Cream Man, that's right.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Here's our buddy.
This is true. He pretty much primarily plays a sleazebag.
Interesting Rush here, right? Playing Rush. Some Tom Sawyer action.
Yep, Captain Callahan. I love when they're doing the whole judo thing, and she's sitting on top of the guy, and they're like, "Who's next?" And everybody's like, "Me."
Who's gonna save me in the pool, right? Remember
Yeah,
that?
they all jump in. And it was funny for those who are interested that who are into old TV shows. I dropped that my top 10 sitcoms this morning from the 70s, and the episode I showed is one of my favorite episodes of Laverne and Shirley, where they worked in the Schatz Brewery in Milwaukee, and there was a guy there to steal like this secret formula of the one beer, and they're stuck in the vat, and they're pissed at each other, and the security guard that comes in is the captain from the first police academy. And he's a security guard. What the hell's his name? Because I know Brett would remember.
Oh Jesus!
No, I don't remember his name either. But he played the security guard that was there. They caught them.
Look at his fucking feet. I know he's been walking.
It's not Mauser. It's not Captain Mauser. Mauser was the second film. It was the guy from the first one that came back in the third one.
T.W. Bailey, Captain Harris.
Captain Harris.
There you go. Oh,
Yeah, he played the security guard.
He's in Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Johnny Five.
He's also in Runaway.
Oh, that's right. He works at he's the captain or whatever.
He's the police captain in Runaway.
Fucking his hair in this is priceless. Ken Forey's.
Ken Forey, man, for me, he stole the show in The Devil's Rejects. He was awesome in The Devil's Rejects.
So, we were talking about Callahan from Police Academy. We forget she's in The Devil's Rejects, too.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
she replace Karen Black, right?
Yeah, because Karen Black died.
Mm-hmm.
And she died of cancer. Neighborino. Yeah, exactly. The poor man, Sam Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You ever
I'm
notice
Joe
that
Grizzly, bitch.
there's a lot of stuff that happens in Halloween films when people are in the stalls? Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
There is a lot of bathroom action.
I like to fool around in bathrooms. I know him mostly as Creepy Rodney in My Name is Earl and Rughead and the Charlie Sheen movie, The Wrath. I watched a lot of My Name is Earl. I don't remember him in that. I must have missed it. I haven't seen all of them, but I loved My Name is Earl. That was a great show. I love me that, what the hell is the freaking cute blonde in that? And she was in the TV show Mom. Jamie Presley. Jamie Presley.
Oh yeah, she's banging.
Oh god, she's cute as hell.
She was in that Ringmaster movie. Was it with what's his name? Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer.
Oh, that redonkulous, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're back in Pasadena, people.
Of course.
He's like, oh, that's so cool.
And another Halloween movie where they're making scrambled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I tell you, when John Strode gets killed, though, I think it's very effective because it's just so instant. It was a shock to the system when we first saw it.
There's a lot of bathroom stalls, closets, and vans in these movies. Yes, there is. And as we've been going through all the John Carpenter movies, I'm noticing in a lot of Carpenter movies, a lot of station wagons.
Oh yeah. The shack.
Sports glasses nicely too. Makes her
What's that?
even sexier. I think with the glasses, she looks even sexier. Me, sorry.
Yeah.
There's very few women in Hollywood that get
Okay.
more and more hotter and beautiful as they get older. But Scout Taylor Compton, she's just getting better looking as she gets older. Am I right?
Yep.
Oh,
She is. I mean, she's like stunning now.
Let's see how pissed off he gets. He's here.
Oh, your brother? He's going to try to trick his brother and think I'm getting on live with us.
oh okay.
Yeah, but Scout Taylor Compton, she just gets better looking, man. She is stunning. Sorry.
Hey, Bub, I'm gonna have to call it a night. I'm falling asleep right now, man. The medicine's kicking my butt.
Uh-oh. That's right. You went to the doctor today, right?
Yeah, man. I gotta catch some Z's, broski. I don't want to fall asleep on live.
That's okay. We can use it. Come on. No, fall asleep. Go ahead.
I know,
I can,
right?
I can crop it into something like I did with Brett.
For real. Oh shit.
Gonna head off to bed?
Yeah, I'm gonna crash, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get some Z's, man.
Joe's throwing the towel in. Come on, where's the towel? Throw it at the screen.
Throw
He's throwing
it towel.
All right, brother. So you know what? Get your sleep because for those that don't know, we're doing our podcast tomorrow night instead of Sunday because of the holiday.
That's right. That's
So
right.
we'll be live tomorrow with that horror movie podcast live at 8:00 tomorrow night instead of Sunday night because of the holiday weekend. We're gonna enjoy it. So go get your rest so you don't fall asleep during that, young man.
That's right, man. So enjoy the rest of the movie. I got like I guess an hour left, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. Good night, everybody.
Don't get duct taped to the chair, Joe. Have a great night.
You don't have to be on the screen, Mark.
Right, Joe.
You don't have to be on the screen, Mark.
He's in the back. He's like, what's going on here?
I told Pat and Joe that you could at least you'll say hello. So you just have to say hello. Oh, Joe left.
Yeah, Joe was falling asleep. Hey, what's up? Joe was passing out, so he called it a night.
It's the anniversary of this, and Pat knows
What do we got?
our Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh,
So you know obviously why this is significant recently, right?
recently. Oh, well, the second one was what we saw the night before you got married.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the second one we saw the night before you got married. Otherwise, the significance of the first one?
This one, yeah. You don't remember? We moved Mom and Dad up to Wisconsin.
Oh, that's right. You're right after we moved them up there on Labor Day weekend back in 07. Yep.
I do have to help my brother with something though that we got for my nephew's car, so I got to take care of that though, Pat. So just for a couple minutes, you okay to hold out for work?
I'll be fine. Not a problem.
Fantastic. Do I have anything?
Fan freaking tastic.
Oh, I do have some for you if you want to take it. I got that Star Trek poster.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So, yeah, you can see it. That's how this all goes. He creates all that.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Scott also kind of sounds like Cartman from South Park when she's crying. Really? I have to go back and listen to that. That could be possible. I have to go back and listen to that, Travis.
Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah, Joe. It's funny. The youngest of the group can't stay up late.
That is cool.
Oh wait, did you want to see the snow globe really quick?
Timestamp. We're at 58 minutes and 22 seconds. Lori is just dropping the package with the keys off at the Myers house. And this is where he's going to see Boo for the first time in 15 years.
That's that spirit. I don't know if you ever see it. I don't know how much you would like that.
I saw the second one the night before I had diarrhea. I prefer your experience more. Seriously? That's rough.
Right now. I gotta be slow.
Weird story is I saw part 2, Rob Zombie's part 2, obviously when it came out in 2009. And same thing, like I told the story earlier, I went and saw this in the theater by myself because my kids were real young. The wife was home with the kids, and she's like, let's go, because she really could give two shits about Halloween. If my neighbor's here, he can attest to that, if he's still there. The theater I went to see the movie, and it was like the next day or the next two or 3 days after that, the theater burned down.
Since we're not going to do anything for
a little creepy. I don't know if it was intentionally said or whatever. They just never rebuilt it. And to this day, it's not even rebuilt. This is a great scene if we're all on the same page, because if you notice, you see Michael standing next to that tree. And what's the house behind it, guys, in the chat? Let me know whose house that is in the background. So this is a different scene from the OG where Lori is in classroom looking out and seeing the station wagon. Now she's looking out and he sees Michael standing next to a tree. What house is he standing in front of right now? That's the question. Let me know in the chat. All you hardcore Halloween geeks should know this. But I thought this group had great chemistry. Where were they? Love that they brought Danielle Harrison. If she got screwed out of sex, what do you think of Scott's performances? I thought Scott did a great job because she made it her own. She didn't act like Jamie Lee Curtis, which she shouldn't have done. She made it her own, and I enjoyed it. If this movie didn't have the name Halloween in it and that significant mask, and it was just a movie about a killer that went crazy like this, it would have just been fine. Theater 10 over for me burned down a few weeks after I saw Revenge of the Sith. Really? Yeah, it was just creepy. It was like 2 days after that. I remember my wife telling me, she's like, "Oh, did you see the theater you saw Halloween to at burned down?" I'm like, "The same night?" She's like, "No, like the next day or something like that." I'm like, "Wow, that's creepy as hell." But I think these three girls had great chemistry. So you had Danielle Harris, Scout Taylor Compton, and Christina Klebe. I thought they had great chemistry together as Linda, Lori, and Annie. Just as much chemistry as Jamie Lee Curtis, PJ Souls, and Nancy Loomis did. They all fit in together. And soon we're going to be introduced to Brad Dourif. I personally love Brad Dourif in both of these films as Sheriff Brackett, and we went over this, and I said I actually enjoy him better than, I know as blasphemous as this is, I enjoy him as better than Charles Cyphers. Charles Cyphers, the OG, he's the iconic one, and I love it, as you know, but I think Brad Dourif in both of these movies was great. Danielle Harris. I listened to it when it first came out. What is it? Talk Dirty to Me. Is that what it is? Talk Scary or Talk Dirty? It's probably scary, not dirty. That sounds too pornish. I think it's Talk Scary to me. And I used to listen to it, and I noticed I listen to so many podcasts on top of doing our own stuff. There's only so much time that I can listen to, because I listen to a lot of the podcasters, admittedly, that support us, and the ones that there's several that I support that I've listened to for years. So it's been a minute since I've listened to one of them. Am I a Kiss fan? To say the least, yeah. I've been a Kiss fan since 1975. As much all the Halloween stuff you see behind me, I used to have a room like this full of Kiss stuff, which unfortunately I sold about 20 some odd years ago. But never lost my love for Kiss. I'm a big Kiss fan. Been, like I said, since 75. Since my brother came home with Alive. And I've seen him about 20 some, Jesus, over 20 times, at least. But I had everything as far as Kiss collectibles, everything they probably put out originally in the 70s I had, including I used to have the Bally pinball machine and everything. And I used to collect that. And then at the time, starting a family, buying a house, the reunion tour went into effect in 96, 97. Prices for everything went through the roof. Had to make a judgment call that couldn't hold on to it any longer, and sold it all off, unfortunately. I do belong to the collectors groups. I still watch and see what everybody has. And then, yeah. Actually, there's a video. If you're a Kiss fan, there's a video on this channel where I show some of my favorite stuff that was in my collection. I show you the actual pictures of the stuff I used to have. Rob says, what's made you switch? I didn't switch, because you got to remember, I started collecting Kiss memorabilia in the late 70s because I used to get it as gifts because I was a child. I remember getting the Kiss Mego figures in 78 as Christmas gifts and birthday gifts. So I just started collecting Kiss memorabilia over time. Halloween memorabilia didn't exist. So I always had Halloween stuff. I had VHS, DVD, not even DVDs. They didn't exist. I had beta tapes. I had the laser discs. So, and mostly the stuff I collected was promotional stuff I could find. So there really wasn't any Halloween stuff to collect. Probably up until the time that probably around 2006, 7, when was it Paper Magic Group started putting stuff in Spencer's. Well, actually, even before that, because you figure back in it was 98 when Spencer's came out with the Myers doll, you could push the chest and it played the theme. That was probably, you got to remember, back in those days there was no Halloween collectibles because Halloween was nowhere. It was big, but not like it is now. So I just basically, I think I told the story back then. All I wanted was a Halloween T-shirt, and they didn't make Halloween T-shirts. So I can show you. It's up on the shelf here. It's the first Halloween T-shirt I ever had, and I had it custom made on the Jersey Shore Boardwalk. I took the cover of the Halloween 4 VHS and had it airbrushed on a shirt. I'll get it in a minute and show everybody. So I didn't necessarily switch. I kept all the stuff I could get Actually, one of the first things I had on top of the big giant Myers figure was the um the 20th anniversary set with the snow globe, because my wife and I got married in '99. That came out in '98, and my brother-in-law had gotten me in her family grab bag. Says, "What can I get Pat for Christmas?" She's like, "Just get him anything Halloween. If you can find any Halloween stuff, get him something Halloween." And that's how I got the original snow globe still up on the shelf. My brother-in-law gave it to me for Christmas back in '98. Um, check the chat. Red Dwarf is awesome. Absolutely, can't deny that at all. Danielle Harris seems like a porn actress in these movies. She's good, but you get the yeah. I could see that. It was surprising because the scene where you're going to see her topless, I was because you're like because you grew up with her. She was the little girl. She was the 9-year-old child in part four, and now you're seeing her laying on the couch showing her tits. Yeah, I get that. Original film ditched the opportunity to have Brackett react to Andy's death. The second film misses the chance to have it. Means something by writing him out. Both of these films explore that. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I don't think in the second one. Well, the second one there was real no exploration because he found her towards the end of the movie. But I can see that. I mean, in part two, the OG in '81. I mean, you got to figure they probably paid it the right way because I mean he finds his daughter dead. I mean, granted he's the sheriff, he's got to go home, tell the wife, and go grieve. You really shouldn't be expected to see him throughout the rest of the movie. And I did like Officer Hunt. I liked Hunt uh, in that film. I just wish that Hunter von Leer would show up at a convention. But Sean Clark has said repeatedly he's reached out to him and he has no interest whatsoever. So those are holding out for Hunter von Leer to show up at age 45. It's not happening because he said he's reached out to him several times and he has no interest in coming into a convention, which I don't understand. It's cash in hand, but yep, exactly. Reston's he's Sid Haig. We just had the scene with Sid Haig where he plays the groundskeeper, where we do miss the OG story because he didn't tell the original story like in the original movie about old Charlie Bowles, where he kills the family in Hacksaw in Russellville. But for you guys out there that are geeks like me, Sid Haig as the graveyard keeper here, what's his name? In the credits, he does have a name. Throw it in the chat. I remember those. Wow, those are which ones? Which ones, Rob? I know I threw a bunch of stuff out there, so I was just curious what ones you were talking about. Travis says, I played the Tony Hawk games growing up. Well, of course, yeah, because you're a skateboarder. And one of them has you skating around the stage during a Kiss concert. Then you get to play. Really? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. All right, this is a great scene because one thing you can't deny about Christina Cleve, this girl's got some body. And you're gonna see all over her in a minute. And this is a great scene because if you keep looking behind him, you keep seeing Michael in the background several times. Just like that's what was good about Rob Zombie. He brought that cool stalking back from the first movie that you kind of missed in some of the other sequels. There you go. James threw it in the chat. Chesterfield was his name. Yep, that was it. I don't know where the hell they came up with that, but that was his name. If you look at up Sid Haig in the credits. Just read the Dennis Etchison H4 draft with Hunter and Brackett as main characters. Dennis Etchison. The only problem with Dennis Etchison is he was a little too sci-fi because he also wrote that same draft. I don't know if is that the draft where Michael more he kills, he gets taller. He's like a 12-foot Myers. He kills all those people in the drive-in. Is that draft? I'm trying to remember because it's been a minute since I read Taking Shape 2. But that one was crazy. I'm like, how could that even be made? How are you going to get a guy to keep getting bigger and bigger unless it's animated? Yeah, that's right. He was. I like the Friday the 13th remake. I don't know why it gets a lot of shit. I loved the 2009 remake. I thought it was a lot of fun. My only problem, and there's, want to talk about boobs? Some great boobs in that. My only problem with the 2009 Friday remake is I don't see Jason keeping a hostage. To me, that was the only thing that I didn't like about that film. The rest of the film I liked. I don't see him keeping somebody as a hostage. Yeah, that was the only thing that put me off. Rob says the Spencer's Paper Magic. Pat, I remember like it was yesterday. Same store still there. So, yeah, I go to Spencer's. Spencer still has some Halloween stuff, so you always check it out. They have some. They always have good backpacks every year, and a couple of tricky things. If you go in there, they have some tricky stuff. I have all the Paper Magic stuff. Just those that don't know, just go on my Instagram page. I post all my stuff on the Instagram page. It's for other people to enjoy instead of me just keeping it all down here in this basement. But it's also for those that don't understand. I started that. I always give credit where credit is due. I started my Instagram page as basically a record of everything I have in my collection. So if I'm out and about, I could just look at the Instagram page and see if I have it, because I have so many things. Sometimes I forget, especially different variations of things. And I did that because of going back to I forget who was asked me earlier if I was a Kiss fan. If you follow not Rob Zombie, his his ex-guitar player. If you follow John 5 on Instagram, it's called Knights in Satan's Service, which is what the religious fanatics used to call Kiss back in the day when they used to call them satanic. They thought Kiss stood for Knights in Satan's Service. So John 5 has an Instagram page called Knights in Satan's Service where he posts stuff from his Kiss collection. And John 5's Kiss collection is, can't even believe the stuff John 5 has. So that's why I started mine, because he said he did it to show his collection so people could enjoy it and keep a record of it, because he travels the world and buys stuff all the time. That's basically the reason why I started mine. So I give him credit for that. I just got to pause for a second because I love this scene, because Christina Klebe, outstanding body, outstanding. Cannot complain. Nice little landing strip. And this is the scene where, for some reason, if you look at Myers' mask, it looks like he's got dreads. I tell you, he looks like Zach De La Roca from Rage Against the Machine. Spencer's. Oh yeah, well yes, they're all. You know what? They're all the same company. So they all just mix everything in together, which is good because it gives you several places to get certain things. If one store doesn't have it, you go to the next. Junkies like us, or the biggest person is Joe, who bailed out on us because he was falling asleep. Joe will hit like 10 stores in a day. He's a lunatic. Yes, but people misinterpret. Oh, so I'm right. Yeah, where they have the big massacre at the drive-in, and he keeps getting bigger. So this causes Michael's shadow to grow over everyone as they shoot at him. Yeah, because I not literally grow. It's been a minute. I got to go back and read them. We're gonna. If those that don't know, we do a Halloween book club on here. We just finished the Halloween 4 novelization this past last night. And then we're going to go through the rest of the Halloween novelizations, and then we're going to do the Taking Shape books. And if Travis is a big supporter of the channel, so I'm sure you know. For those that don't know, go back a couple of episodes we had of that horror movie podcast. We had Dustin McNeil on as our guest, and he said when you guys decide to do the Taking Shape books for our book club, he'll come on with us, which is going to be cool. What? Everything okay?
Yeah, I had to give him a couple things, and he went to go see the new Equalizer movie. He's like, dude, it was the best one.
Oh, it's come out tonight?
Yeah, he went to go see it right away.
Yeah,
In the words of our friend Steve Green, he's not fans of these. He's not.
Oh, he's not a fan of he doesn't like him. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Steve Green to show up tonight, except maybe to hate on the movie all night. Yeah, that's why I do it, Rob. I mean, I do it because it's an index of things, so it's easy for when I'm out shopping and finding stuff. And plus, we had this. For those who don't know, we did a big collectors episode on the podcast this past Sunday where we gave tips about collecting because we've all been collecting for a while. And one of the things is, what good is a collection if you don't share it? Share pictures because people might not know certain things that's out there. Same way I enjoy seeing other people's collections because I might not know about certain things. It shouldn't be a competition. You shouldn't get angry over it. You shouldn't be jealous over it. You should be enjoying it. Like when that's why for those that watch the podcast, we always show new things we add to our collection because I want to see what Joe and Brett have gotten because I'm genuinely happy for them because I know how happy they are when they add to their collection. And if you're not that way, then you're doing it for the wrong freaking reasons.
Yeah, that's a good point, Pat. Like, you and I have been at it. It's fun with watching Joe with his collection. You and I have been at it a bit, obviously, longer, and at least, God, well, you definitely, but like what? Halloween stuff didn't really start coming out until about 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah, and when it comes to, I started collecting Kiss memorabilia in the 80s, early 80s. Whenever I could find it. There used to be a flea market. If anybody in the northern New Jersey area had a few people, somebody commented they were in the northern New Jersey area. I forget who it was on my sitcom thing. But there used to be an indoor flea market in Elmwood Park, New Jersey. And there used to be a guy there, can't remember his name, who used to sell Kiss memorabilia back in the 80s. So I used to go there and get a bunch of shit from him. That's how I got, that was before the days of eBay and the internet. So I used to go to that flea market and the Englishtown flea market. Shout out to my neighbor, Reno. He knows Englishtown flea market. And I used to get a lot of Kiss stuff there. Because albeit this is a Halloween stream, for those that don't know, Kiss ballooned and kind of fell at the beginning of the 80s. So a lot of the stuff they saturated the market with, a lot of the Kiss memorabilia, a lot of it got unloaded to discount stores and flea markets, and you could get the shit dirt cheap. And now, if I had a time machine, I'd go back and buy it all up because it's worth a fucking fortune. You think Halloween shit's expensive? Nope. Kiss stuff is through the fucking roof. That's why, and that's another major reason. If the guy in the chat was asking me about a Kiss fan, that's one of the major reasons I had to give it up. Is I could, starting a family, just had 2 kids, buying a house. It's no way in hell I was going to be able to buy that stuff because when I started buying it, it was affordable. By the time of the reunion, and even now, there's no way in hell I could afford to buy some of that original stuff. It's just too expensive.
Nope. 1 second, Pat. I got to change over my camera. 1 second.
Uh-oh. This is a great visual. Just like the original movie. Yep. Where Annie's on the phone and you got Michael in the window. Well, actually, he was the French doors. But this is still good, too.
It's funny. She's supposed to be in high school. She's like 30 years old in real life here.
But she plays it well.
She does. She's so short. And yeah, she does. I know the last time you and I saw her, I know you got a kick out of me just looking at her.
Yes, and she's aging gracefully, too.
She's like, Brett, we got to go. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, the good jump scare. That was a great jump scare when he kills the dad.
Awesome.
Travis, surprisingly, I don't hate these movies. No, I don't hate them either. I don't.
Isn't there an alternate take where he sees Michael walking up to the porch? I thought that's an alternate scene.
I forget. I don't know. I don't remember that. There might be.
Of course.
Yep, there he is. Neighborino still in the chat. Englishtown was great. Yep. Got a lot of my Kiss memorabilia from Englishtown. Great. Shit, almost 20 years ago, I really got into it. Thought, well, you know what? And we told this story. Shameless plug for the podcast. Go back and see the interview we had with Anthony Massey, who we brought on because he's from Stop the Killer board games, and he's doing the Halloween 2 board game. And Brett remembers too. When I first got my first computer back in my first real computer, I should say. I got a compact. You remember the compacts? They don't even make compact, I don't think, anymore. And I'm searching online. I found eBay, so I was able to get some Kiss memorabilia. There used to be a really big Kiss site, too, that this guy up in New England used to have tons of Kiss shit. He used to be at all the Kiss conventions that I used to go. So I used to get stuff from my Kiss collection. And then I used to punch in Halloween stuff, and what pops up one day? But the Myers Museum. There was a website called the Myers Museum. And I was like, I was like, holy shit, there's a Halloween website? You got to
There
be
were
out of me.
so
You got to
many
be
cool
fucking
things
kidding
to
me.
see. So many cool
And
things to see on there.
Oh, it was great. And the guy that ran it was Anthony Massey. So we had him on a couple of weeks ago. He's the one from Stop the Killer Board Games. He was also one of the co-organizers of the first Halloween convention, the 25th anniversary.
Mhm.
So go back, and that's a great episode with him on there. And he's a friend of the channel now. And he came on again after that. And I was floored to see that. I was like, wow, there's other people. And it's like the scene, like, you understand me. There's other people out there that understand me. See, I'm not crazy.
Don't be stupid.
No, don't be stupid.
So yeah, it was and I remember showing my wife that. She's like, seriously, there's other people out there just as fucked up as you. I said, see? I told you. I'm not the only one.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, when my brother showed up, so Joe was falling asleep. He said the medicine was kicking in, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess that was just crazy, Rob. Yeah, because he had taken his medication. He was starting to nod off. And I'm like, it's okay, fall asleep. I said, and get some good stuff like we got with Brett.
Yes, indeed.
Your reporter impression is perfect, by the way, Pat. Thanks, Travis. That's it. Good old Robert Mundy.
3 people.
Yeah, and you, Rob, you follow the page. You've been, we've been chatting with you for a while. If you don't, share. That's why we do this. We share the collection. That's why we started the first podcast, and was called the Halloween Collectors Podcast, because we like to show off memorabilia and talk about it and stuff. And fortunately, that came to an abrupt end, and that's why we're here. And we're not going down that rabbit hole. But we still incorporate this podcast and everything we do about collecting, because we're all collectors, and because it's fun to let everybody see it. I mean, there's a lot of collectors in this world that have probably tons of stuff that we will never have, and they don't show it. But it's like, it'd be great to see, because
It's
why?
unbelievable. Every
Share
single
it.
one of us has something unique. It seems that's what makes this fun too.
That's what makes it fun. It should be fun. And I've met so many people just from collecting Kiss memorabilia. Some people I'm still friends with that I talk to. People through Halloween and doing this podcast and doing this. I mean, look, like Joe and Brett, we talk how many times a week? We're like best friends.
Almost every day.
Almost every day. Wake up, Brett calls me, gives me a good morning kiss. It's beautiful. And here he is, Brad Dorff. I love Brad Dorff.
Great voice, as we know.
Yep.
Probably has one of the best acting jobs in the next movie when he finds his daughter.
Yes. I mean, Academy Award performance. Believe me. Yeah. And a lot of those drafts are cool because they brought a lot of people out from the other films and brought them to the forefront. So it would have been cool. I mean, I probably could have done Travis, if you read some of those other drafts where they were going to bring Freddie Harris back, Busta Rhymes, those I could have did without.
Yeah, and it seemed like every single one, there's 2 or 3 of them, he just dies in every single one too.
Thankfully, yeah. Nothing against Busta Rhymes, but no.
Oh, thanks, Rob. I got it for $6 on Amazon. I'm bringing it to age 45.
Nope, who's texting me? My wife. Can you take the dogs out? No. Hold on a second.
Yeah, that got hit. It was warm.
Sorry, just texting my wife. I'm still live on here. Can't take the dogs out. I would happily take them out, but it'd take too long. Because if my neighbor's still in the chat, he'll tell you the one puppy, Parker, is infatuated with my neighbor's dog. Loves to the point I couldn't get him home last night. I'll have to send you a picture. We were walking back. What is that, Mike? It almost looks like Toto, that type of dog.
Okay.
Whatever that Mike, you still in the chat? Throw it in the chat. And he follows her around. He follows her everywhere. He's like a shadow. He's totally in love with his dog. And I'll show you a picture of him last night. So last night I'm walking back with Petey, And I thought Parker was behind me. Get all the way back. I'm like, where's your brother? He's looking at me like, I look back over. He walked back over and he was standing by the front door waiting for her to come back out.
No kidding.
And I have to pick him up and bring him home because he doesn't want to leave. He's absolutely in love with her. Where's the picture? I'll have to show you. Him standing outside the door last night.
Oh, Lindsay's already at their house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Done it for that.
What's it got? Is that at the leash color? The green?
No, that must have been a reflection of something. I don't know where that green from, but that's him. I said it to my wife. I said, you know where your dog is? He came back over. He's looking for Raina. He doesn't want to come home. He's like standing waiting for her to come back out the door.
That's pretty cool. Yes, you're right, James. He's also, he plays, that would be Rusty, one of Rusty's kids in the last Vacation movie they made. He's the older brother.
He's the older brother. That's Skylar Gizondo. He's in a bunch of stuff now.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of movies.
The younger son is always putting the freaking plastic bag over his fucking head in that movie.
And now Danielle's got bigger boobs because she had a boob job.
Yes, she did.
And you hear and you do hear Tyler Mane grunt in this. Everybody's like, "Oh, you hear him grunt in the second one." I said, "No, listen, he grunted in this one too."
That was their first time doing a nude scene, wasn't it?
I believe so. But it's just I'm always weird. It's like that's little Jamie. She's showing her boobs.
Unless I'm missing something, do we ever get the reason why he never really slaughters her here?
That's what I was saying earlier about that was weird because it's like he likes to hear. It's like he's like playing with his victims again, sort of like he did with the animals, like torturing them, not just killing them right away. It's like an enjoyment out of it.
She, you give her credit. Both of these movies, both zombie movies, she takes a beating. Both.
She does, yeah.
You don't really see the beating she takes as much of the second one. It's kind of flashy, but still, you get the point.
Yeah, Travis, you must be. Are you reading Taking Shape 2 right now? It's really good. Some of that stuff is crazy. Read that up before. I didn't hate the 2015 Vacation. I thought it was fun.
I bet you if Joseph the Horror Guy was in here, he'd probably be going to town.
Oh yeah, right now, yeah. Yeah, nice boobs, and I mean, she does have. She made them. She had a boob job, didn't she? Just recently,
Danielle, last year or 2 years ago,
yeah,
right?
I remember her talking about it. Yeah, I mean,
I think we saw it.
Oh, that's true. I think we did see the aftermath when Brett and I were at Monster Mania last year.
Maybe that's why I just didn't stop looking. I don't know.
Yeah, it was her first time because I don't remember her taking her clothes off and anything else. Yeah, this was a brutal Myers. He was very brutal.
Yeah, I think I was telling you when H25 happened, the conventions, that was just like when really conventions were starting to really get known big time. So when you see her there, you're just in awe of her. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm freaking meeting this girl. Always liked her.
Yeah. Wow. One thing about Miller Lite, they go down like freaking Flintstone vitamins. I need another one.
Yeah, this is good.
And everybody's staying up late with us tonight. Remember, we're going to be live tomorrow night. The podcast is live tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Because we're not doing it on Sunday night. Gonna enjoy the weekend. Well, I was enjoying the weekend until my wife signed me up for something on Sunday morning, which really sucks, but neither here nor there at this point.
That's right, and he's behind the door here. This is where it's kind of effective. You don't
Yeah.
catch it right away, but you remember it.
It's like, hey, just touch her boobs. Go ahead, just do it. Just touch her boob. Touch her boob. Yeah, this was all pretty well done. I mean, you can, haters are going to hate, but it's not bad.
It's one of the better posters of the series too, though. Just with all the images that make up the mask. Great artwork. Great idea.
Yeah. The fact that the guy taking them down the river decides he's going to kill himself with them on the raft shows the kind of movie would have made. Yeah, it's just crazy shit.
Movie had great promotional stuff, Pat. The soundtracks are awesome too.
Soundtracks are great. Like, I've professed my love for Part 2, Rob Zombie's Part 2 soundtrack, which I've mentioned before, it's not necessarily the soundtrack itself. It's the other album from the band from the Phantom Jam. I love those guys. Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures. Love that CD.
It would have been a problem, Pat, if he wasn't pretty clever having a soundtrack since he's a musician, right?
Yeah. It would have been like, seriously? But the soundtrack in both films, it's one thing you can't complain about. Well, people complain either way, but Tyler Mane is fucking huge. I met him and he was, he's tall as hell. If you see him in person, what is he, like 6'6", 6'7"?
He's up there, yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking tall as hell.
Oh, Sean Clark posted his Horrors Holograms of America Werewolf in London, huh?
I saw he posted that today. I got to watch it over the weekend. I did finally watch the one on the young ones because I was a big fan of the young ones. I watched that last night. Used to watch the young ones every Sunday night.
See, we weren't used to Michael being fast too, which is effective here.
Yeah, he walks fast in this. Nick Castle just took his sweet ass time, and Tyler Mane's walking pretty damn quick. But you also got to remember, he's taller, he's longer, he's got longer legs, so his stride's longer too.
Looks like she got a good jump.
Yeah. Open the goddamn door. They shouldn't have to throw a plant to wake his ass up this time, like in the first one.
He just slaughters this freaking door.
Read most things, but skip over certain parts so I can read the scripts first and hear about them. I'm on the. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. And we're gonna be doing it in the book club. Probably, admittedly, probably won't be till after the first of the year. Oh, we're finding out a little bit more about Rob. Rob's actually 6'1". Filling in the puzzle pieces, Rob.
Rob's 6'1"?
Yeah.
I should find my picture of Rob Zombie in here. Maybe I'll send that to you.
Up until today, Rob Zombie's H2 was at the very bottom, but now I like it more than this one. The second one was a different take on things, and I can get why people hate it. I mean, I don't mind it.
I think we watched it when we watched it last. We really liked it more.
We liked it. Yeah, we started to like it even more. I don't really have a problem with it. Guys, these are movies. There's no reason to get angry. It's not going to make a difference in your life. Or as to quote De Niro in A Bronx Tale, is Mickey Mantle, what do you care? Is Mickey Mantle going to pay your rent? Actually, it wasn't De Niro. It was Chaz Palminteri. It's like, why are you getting so upset? It's not going to have a difference on your life. Just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people came out so angry after Ends. I wasn't angry. I was disappointed, but I'm not angry.
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to be angry about? It's just a friggin' movie. It's entertainment.
Dangertainment. No, just kidding.
Dangertainment. It's entertainment.
Oh, I'm holding my poster there. I'll send this to you. You can put it on the screen. It's pretty cool.
The post, yeah. So the post with Sean with the Myers, is that a wind-up doll or is that the greeter from last year? I got to go back and look at it.
Yeah, we were wondering about that too, Rob. I had asked Pat about it. I don't know if that's the same one or not. That was at Walmart, right?
I think so. I got to go back and look at it because I was in Walmart. Well, I was in the shitty Walmart by me tonight, which never has anything. I have to go check some of the other Walmarts because I know they usually come out with either new inflatable or something like that. Or last year was that door greeter.
So I guess you assume he knocks her out somewhere.
Either that or she faints. I'm just assuming she fainted because she was like going crazy. Maybe she fainted. Travis is 5'4", height of Kevin Hart and Michael J. Fox. I'm 5'10".
I am 5'8".
Yep, I did meet Brett and I did meet in person though, so I'm just slightly taller than him.
My wife's about the same height as I am.
Or like in Fletch, remember the scene in Fletch when he's having the dream of playing on the Lakers? And then we have Fletch. Fletch is 5'8" with the afro. He's 6'7". Yeah, I gotta go back and check it out. I have to go see if that's the one we have. Otherwise, it's another one I'm gonna have to go hunt down.
You're hunting it, ain't you? Yeah, I want to
You're
know where it's at too. Screw it.
You're hunting it, ain't you?
You know what? We just asked him on Saturday in the chat.
Yeah, yeah. For those that don't know, if you go, Sean Clark is going to be in the Slaughtered Lamb podcast Saturday at was it 2:00 or 3:00?
2:00 Central.
2:00 Central, so 3:00 for Eastern people like us Eastern folk. Interesting, they did reuse the Hobo Myers idea from a Halloween 6 script where he makes a guy eat a rat. Yeah, so you must be. I got to go back. I was going to go back and brush up on them, but I'm going to wait until we start doing them in the book club. Rick is 6'4". Damn.
Deputy's car there, doesn't he? That's where he takes the deputy's car. Give me the car.
Damn, Rick's fucking tall. 6'4".
6'4". Oh.
Damn.
Now, Rob, I think we're gonna have to. Rob Windsor needs like some sort of uniform or something, right? When we see him at age 45, we need to make sure he sticks out so we know where he's at all times.
Well, Rob owns a restaurant. So, Rob, do you do any of the cooking? Did you start as a chef or something? Because I know usually most people that open their restaurants, we usually start as a chef or something. We have a friend that owns a restaurant and he was a chef at a different restaurant. Eventually, opened up his own.
My wife's really into watching the shows, and that was if she didn't get into legal stuff, she would have loved to have been into cooking or culinary.
I always like to cook. I just tell my wife I do more of the cooking than she does. She'll tell you that. The kids ask me what's for dinner. They don't ask my wife. Like, Dad, what are you making tonight? I'm like, I know.
I always got a kick out of the Seagal Under Siege where he's the cook. He's like the badass.
That's right. I forgot about it. That's a movie I haven't seen in a long time, man. We got to watch. That should be a watch along. That in the future. I haven't seen it in a long time.
When they kill the captain, right? Like Gary Busey he's dressed up like the woman,
Yeah.
He finds his evaluation performance. It's like nothing but bad stuff. And he's screaming. What's he do? He asks Tommy Lee Jones, "Do I look like I need a psychological evaluation?" Not at all.
Bob picked up the French Halloween movie, the Dutch Halloween, and German version on DVD, like the DVD versions. Did you order that H2, the Rob Zombie 1 and 2?
Not yet.
I got to order that. I actually like the way the steelbook looks. I'm probably going to order that.
I think it looks great.
Oh, Rob. So, Rob, you do all the cooking. Nice. So just come in your chef outfit, and we'll know it's you. That's all. Just dress in all white. We'll know it's you.
I always think of the Married with Children episode with the member when the Labor Day barbecue. Kiss the cook, kill the wife.
Gets to kill a wife. And remember the whole that was that the one where
These
the
ashes.
secret to his burgers was that he never changed the charcoal, and then they got rid of it. They put the ashes in
Over, so they found ashes to put in there.
it was the ashes from Marcy's aunt, I think.
Yeah, Aunt Toonie. Yeah.
Like, wow, this tastes great.
Aunt Toonie never liked you. What did he say? I forgot. He said something. He was saying something derogatory all the
For
time.
those that don't know, we're big Married with Children fans.
I think he said something like, he's like, she didn't like anybody who didn't sleep standing up or something like that. The best is what Bud tells him, and he's like, then he smiles at that grin, and then he's like getting sick afterwards.
We're all charter members of No Ma'am. Think of Ron watching. Yeah, he was watching to see what the hell was that? Was that what was he watching? Ron and Ends. He was watching the Steven Seagal movie.
No, that's the
That was Van Damme.
or not Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It was Van Damme. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it was Van Damme. Time check. Wow, we're an hour and 41 minutes in. See what happens? Gift of gab. I just don't shut the hell up. Timestamp 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 52 seconds. Right now, he's busting through the wall trying to get to Scout Taylor Compton.
Nearly got it, too.
Nearly got it, too.
I like this scene in the pool with all the leaves and stuff.
That makes sense, Rob. I never understood why chefs always dressed in all white. It would make sense to wear something that's darker. So if you misspill something or wipe something on yourself, never understood why. Or painters, for that matter, painters wear all white too. I never understood that. Rick says, "Married with Children" was one of my favorite. Oh, Married with Children was my dad's favorite. My rest in peace. My dad's gone. 13 years this year. 14 years. His favorite show, Married with Children. He loved Al Bundy. That was his hero.
My brother's favorite show of all time, too.
Yeah, my dad, that was his favorite show. Loved Married with Children.
Dad loved that, too. All in the Family was a big one with my dad.
Yeah, my dad loved All in the Family. He loved
Jeffersons.
Married with Children was one show he liked. He liked the TV show Soap. We used to watch Soap.
Oh, Soap.
And he loved MASH. He was a big fan of MASH.
Barney Miller was a big one, too.
Oh, God, I love Barney Miller. Like I said, I just did my 10 favorite. I just dropped it this morning. Sitcoms. I'm going to have to do a part 2 because there's so many other shows that I love. Like Barney Miller easily.
It's me, Samuel.
It's me, Samuel.
That was weird, wasn't it?
It was just weird the way he said it. Yeah, Samuel.
This pool scene's good, though. I like this.
Great scene. Yeah, Travis, that's the trope of every horror movie. It's like, why does she run back in the house instead of just running the hell away? Yep. Travis, you've never seen a single episode of Married with Children. Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. All in the Family, Jeffersons. Ain't no way in hell you'd be able to have shows like that on TV nowadays.
The one we talk about a lot is when, remember, Steve loses his bank job and he's taking Peggy and the kids to like the aquarium.
The aquarium and the zoo every day because he doesn't want to work.
You went to the zoo again, didn't you, Steve? Remember, he takes the turtle, the sea turtle, Bosco. He throws it in freaking Lake Michigan. Bosco will be missed.
Well, didn't he eventually get a job there as like one of the zookeepers?
Yeah, temporarily.
Yeah, he got like a temporary job working there. Yeah.
He puts something. Doesn't he get like a rodent or something and puts it in Marcy's back? Like she grows a hunchback. Remember that?
But yeah, but he lost his. Didn't he lose his job because he gave the loan to Al for the doctor's shoe?
Oh, that he lost it because he wanted to go to Hawaii.
He wanted to go to Hawaii because if he got all those loans, he got a free trip to Hawaii. So he gave the bogus loan to Al because Al was starting the 800 number 1-800 Doctor Shoe.
Becky, I thought you'd be at the trial. Remember?
Yeah,
But like the trial and everything. First, there was crying. That was Mr. Rhodes. He lost his job,
that's right.
And then there was the demotion, right, of Mrs. Rhodes to drive-through manager.
Because remember, because she's like, I could bury a loan, gave the money, and he took the money instead of paying it off, he reinvested it.
You want somebody dead? I'll kill him.
Just call. Whatever you want to talk about, just call. This is the Shoe family. Remember, they all hide in their faces. This is Mrs. Shoe.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, guys. Sorry to get off topic, but big fans of
Oh
American
yeah.
Children.
See the cops in the background? That's that alternate scene there, or like it's the other version.
Yes.
They're not there yet.
Not there? Nope.
Now I'm thinking of the one where they're stuck in traffic and they beat the shit out of the family in the car. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Memorial Day or Labor Day traffic.
Well, the best was it was so hot in Chicago when they all go hang out in the frozen food section of the supermarket because it's all cool, and they're sitting there in like the lawn chairs and everything.
We used the lines in that one, Pat. You guys remember Al gets that big thing, that German thing? It's a Kaiser. And it blows the whole generator, the whole block. I'm sorry. I know we're talking Married with Children, but
sorry, we should do a whole episode on it. Say Travis says, my dad loved Friends and had to have every possible collectible from the show. He even tracked down the salt shakers. That seriously? Well, Friends was big. When I remember that Thursday night TV was like big time television when I was growing up, especially not growing up, but I was older at the time. Like my wife, we used to watch Friends every week.
it seems like Friends was like the first big show where they were getting the great deal per episode, the money, the big paycheck per episode. Remember all of them?
Well, Seinfeld was first. Remember Seinfeld? He held out.
Too, right?
Remember Jerry held out. He's like, we're not making any more until they get compensated. And then the Friends did the same thing. And Seinfeld, that's another story. We can go off on a tangent with Seinfeld because I'm a big Seinfeld junkie. Oh, definitely. TV was better in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The TV nowadays absolutely blows. The only good show out of the last 20 years, probably The Office. That's the only thing I can think of that's even worthwhile watching. The Office was brilliant. Love it.
My parents liked the Sheldon, like the first one, not the young one.
Sorry, muted myself because I was coughing there. I do stand corrected. You're right. I will give the Big Bang Theory credit too, because the Big Bang Theory, probably Big Bang Theory and Office.
I'm gonna tell you, Pat, you got to get on What We Do in the Shadows. I'm behind, but that show's fucking priceless. It's got like the mockumentary style to it. Oh god.
Travis is 24 and he agrees with Rick. Yeah, the TV is so much better nowadays. I don't even know how. First of all, I don't even know how TV shows stay on regular channels because who even watches regular TV? Everybody's on streaming devices. I haven't had cable. I can't remember last time I had cable television in this house because we just get it for the internet and we just stream everything.
I have Fubo TV, but you probably know.
I know even watches regular TV. The only time I might put on regular TV is for a football game. That's about it.
That's why I have Fubo for it. They got the Marquee Network. That's the Cubs network that they've had now for 3 years. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, TV was so much better. Yeah, Brick, go check out what I just put on the channel today. If you love 70s, 80s, I was feeling nostalgic and did an episode on my 10 favorite sitcoms of the 70s.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't watch regular TV. The only time I watch regular TV is football season. That's it. And the only time I watch regular TV is football season and for literally 5 minutes to watch the ball drop on New Year's Eve. That's it. Being honest, I can think that's probably the only time I watch regular TV. ER was a big show. Yeah, I didn't get on it. I just did not like it. I just never got around to watching it.
We love Cheers though. You like Cheers too.
Oh, big fan of Cheers. In the 80s, Cheers was the shit. You guys,
Parents are
no,
big West Wing fans.
I've heard a lot of good things about Peaky Blinders. A lot of people talking about it. I have not seen it yet, though. Huh?
Sounds kinky.
Kinky Blinders? Southwest. Really enjoyed your sitcom top 10. I've started watching the Odd. Thank you. I appreciate it. Odd Couple. All right. Spoiler alert. My number one is the Odd Couple. The Odd Couple. I could talk the odd like I could talk Halloween, like I could talk the Twilight Zone. I could talk the Odd Couple. I've been a Odd Couple fanatic forever. Singer of my old band. The singer of my old band, who I haven't talked to in years for no other reason than we just moved on with our lives and we don't dislike. But every year he's a big Odd Couple fan. Every year on November 13th, it's the only time he sends me a text and says Happy Odd Couple Day because he's an Odd Couple fanatic just like me. I can go the whole year not hearing from him, but he'll text me on November 13th every single year because he knows I'm an Odd Couple fanatic.
It's a good scene.
This is a great scene. Where he's just busting that ceiling with that 2x. I mean, that's crazy shit. Imagine getting hit with that 2x4 at the force he's throwing it at you.
Yeah, he was.
Last time I watched the ball drop, Duck Clark. Duck Clark counted up to Z before he. Is that like a spoof? I'm losing you. Oh, Dick. Oh, no, I corrected Dick. I'm like, who's Duck Clark? I'm like, I was thinking like, what did my son used to watch with Daffy Duck? Duck Dodgers. I was thinking Duck Dodgers.
And at 24 and a half century.
24 and a half century, yeah. Terrence loved that as a kid. He loved Duck Dodgers.
Awesome. Marvin the Martian, your tattoo.
Oh, I showed you the tattoo, right?
Yep.
Marvin the Martian?
Mm-hmm. It was cool.
Oh, that's right. Rob's up by Boston. That's right. He worked at Four Seasons, lived around the corner from Cheers. I never went to the Cheers. My wife did. I know it doesn't look anything like the one in the show, but it's just
the original set's in what, Smithsonian or some shit or something? They put it somewhere.
It probably is. There's so much stuff in there. I mean, one of the shows that were on my countdown today was two of my shows are on my countdown. And I know of two things from the countdown are definitely in the Smithsonian. Fonzie's jacket, his leather jacket, and Archie Bunker's chair is in the Smithsonian. Yeah, Frasier's. I saw that this week. Frasier's coming back.
Yep.
They're rebooting Frasier. Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna spear her now. Spear.
This is a great scene. This is actually a pretty cool ending too.
Yeah.
Well, if I remember correctly from the 4-hour documentary, didn't the stunt double get really hurt with this scene? You remember that, Brett?
What was that fun? I'm sorry.
I remember from the documentary, when they jump off the balcony, the stunt double for Scout got really hurt. She had to go to the hospital.
Yes.
Really bad. She got hurt.
That was on the documentary. Yeah.
Yeah. So when she jumped, so the stunt double that was Scout, when jumped off, I don't know if it was Tyler I was actually doing it. He's a stunt guy too, but I doubt it. But whoever it was, if you watch the documentary, she got hurt real bad and they had to take her to the hospital. Nice quote. Part 2. I'm starving like Marvin. Rob loved Cheers. Was like my childhood and the Incredible Hulk and do. Oh yeah. Yeah. Rob, how old are you? I don't know if I've asked you. We might be around the same age. Yeah. Every Friday night, watch the Incredible Hulk and I watched the Dukes of Hazzard. And Saturday nights we watched I didn't really care much for Love Boat. I watched Fantasy Island. I liked Fantasy Island. And then we watched Saturday Night Live at 11:30. And that's how Rob Zombie's Halloween ends.
Yep.
Think he shoots him in the face. Well, we see what happens in part 2.
I've been meaning to take a little potty break here as we're signing
Yeah,
off.
go Tinkle. I'm not amazed. I'm on my 4th beer. I'm amazed I haven't had the pee yet. You still out there, neighborino? Mike, you still awake? We'll be hanging out having beers after this if you're still awake. That is Rob Zombie's Halloween. I'm going to put it on pause because I don't need to see the credits. So, Rob, so you're 52, Rob. Okay, yeah. You're the same age as my wife. My wife's a year older than me. I'm 51. I just look a lot older than she does. Strangely, I'm curious to see if they use it to bring back members of Cheers. I'm sure they will, because if you watch, what's a pretty decent show that Ted Danson did after Cheers was Becker. If you ever watch Becker, and they brought a lot of Cheers characters in to Becker. I like Becker. I thought that was pretty good, where he plays the doctor in the Bronx. Rick, I got the complete series of both the Incredible. Yeah. Oh God, the Incredible Hulk and the Deuce. That was my Friday nights as a kid. I used to come home, ride my bike, and hang out. My cousins would come over and would all watch the Incredible Hulk and the Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, what a great Friday night lineup that was. Miss that. Frasier reboot starts this October. I just saw. It's funny you mentioned. I just saw it. I think it was either yesterday or today. I saw that, and my wife and I were like, my wife's like, they're rebooting Frasier. I'm like, wow. Yeah, with that hand cannon. Yeah, his head would have blown off. But you know, Rob, they left it ambiguous because to see if it failed, they were sure as hell weren't going to do a part 2. Weinstein's wanted to do a part 2 because they made a shit ton of money. You know, you could argue that Rob Zombie's it brought it back to the consciousness because it kind of was going to go direct to video before this. So yeah, we'll see. Look at Rob, married younger. Look at you. I married a year older. Becker was a good show. Love Becker. I thought it was a really good show. Plus, for those horror fans out there, what did it have in it? Had a really young, hot Shawnee Smith from the Saw franchise. Friend that has the original Dukes of Hazzard car. Really? Now it's like, I'm not going down a political rabbit hole where they just canceled it out. A lot of people, you don't even see those cars around anymore with the Dukes of Hazzard shit on it. WKRP, I thought they had a reboot. If I remember correctly, they did. Shit, I'm trying to remember. I thought they did a reboot. It didn't go well. And that was on my list today. And one of my favorite episodes is the Turkeys Away episode where, and I mentioned this in the video, where Mr. Carlson thought that turkeys could fly. So for Thanksgiving, he's dropping the turkeys out and they're crashing everywhere. And Les Nespin, the newscaster, is like, oh my God, the humanity. He's almost doing like, if you ever listen to the radio version of the Hindenburg crash. Just great stuff. And who was in, what member of the WKRP staff was in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2? Drop it in the chat. That's right. There was somebody in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 that was a cast member of WKRP. Married with Children. Favorite. No, it didn't. It never really got that final episode. No. Just a shame. I mean, if you watch, I know towards the end, for those that don't know, Amanda Bierce started directing and getting very involved in the show. And God, why am I drawing a blank on his name? Al Bundy. They didn't see eye to eye, so it wasn't making for a very good working relationship. Ed O'Neill. I had to think about him. Like, I can't believe I forgot Al Bundy's real name, Ed O'Neill.
Today is Al Bundy.
Today is Al Bundy.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought there was. I could be wrong, but I could have swore there was one in the works. Maybe they talked about it. Yeah, Steve Travis. Yeah.
Animated
that's right.
show was the last thing I had thought. It was all their voices too.
No, WKRP. I remember them doing a reboot, and Travis was like, "Yeah, in the early '90s with French Stewart and
it didn't last.
Williams." No, it didn't do well. I knew that, but I remember seeing it, but I did the same thing like with like I professed my love for the Odd Couple. The Odd Couple there were several Odd Couple reboots, but the last one had Matthew Perry, Chandler from Friends, as Oscar Madison, and the other guy from Reno 911, whose name I always forget.
The blonde
He
haired
played.
guy. Mustache.
He played. Oh God, what the hell? Somebody help me in the chat if you know his name is. And honestly, if you watch it, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't. Obviously, it wasn't as good as the OG, but it wasn't that bad.
I remember that.
Shoot, shoot, betcha.
The supermarket one. Oh God, you got me going on that. That's where he takes the fucking turkey and uses a bowling ball. Remember that?
One of my favorite episodes is where she gets the call from Peggy gets the call from Rick Dees and says, if you can get your husband to come home for a nooner, she won a bunch of money.
Yep. He thought it was like lunch.
He thought it was lunch. So Griff's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going home to get me a nooner. He's like, do you know what a nooner is? He's like, yeah, it's lunch. He's like, no, it's not. It means you can go home and have sex with your wife. He's like, what? So remember, they had a time limit for him to come home. And then finally, who was it? It was Jefferson that came and said, look, what are you doing now? Go home. You're going to get all this money. He's like, what? If you go home and have sex with her, you're going to get all this money. So remember, the time elapsed. So he shows up at the front door. My favorite thing. He's like, I'm here for my nooner. He's like, I got a bottle of wild turkey for me and breath mints for you. Let me put the chicken out. And grabs Marcy and throws her out.
That's the same one where they want Al to say to Peggy, I want you to sing Wind Beneath My Wings or something like that.
Is that the same one?
And he says, well, jump off the roof, Peg. Right?
Oh, guys, we could do a whole episode on fucking Married with Children.
Oh, fuck. If my brother was still here, that's probably where you can get him going.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, the rebooting of TV series, honestly, help me out in the chat. What reboot of a television series has ever succeeded?
I've watched some of that Hawaii Five-O with my parents because they love the original. The new one that was on for a few seasons wasn't bad.
But none of them have ever come anywhere near the one they've rebooted that I could think of.
Fuck no.
So I don't understand that. Maybe they're thinking that might. I guess logic is let's try this. It might be the one that breaks through, but I don't know. Yeah, that was the big thing. Ed O'Neill and Amanda Bierce, they didn't get along.
No, they didn't.
No.
No,
See,
no.
James' favorite chosen episodes: Bundy's versus Darcy over the apple tree. Yeah,
that is one of mine too. I also like the one with Chad, the football player. Remember that, where he has to score. Jefferson and Al are betting like those everything, and fucking Kelly's like, here for good luck. Here's my pet, the stuffy Skittles, and he goes down the stairs. Remember that? Falls down. Chad, say something. I think I broke my arm. Say something else. And freaking Al takes his place in the game.
We could do this all the Biggins, of course. You got to have a subscription to Biggins.
Oh, Biggins is good.
The new Rose. Well, I didn't watch it. I know they threw her off the show, right?
Yeah, she got canceled.
Yeah, because of course she got canceled for saying something, and God forbid you say something these days. And that would actually, they killed off Danielle Harris's character in the show too, right? Didn't she? She came back and she got killed.
What's the name of that song? Him. Remember that?
Go
with him.
Yeah, it was go him. Or when Peggy goes, she's going to back to school for like interior design, and she redoes the bathroom.
Takes the Jello, or no? Oh, that's the other one.
So he wants to get them all out. So he comes home with like the tacos and all the hot sauce, and then you see him because he's gonna go up there and take a shit. Get them all out of there. Oh yeah, we could just do this all night.
We can do it forever.
Yeah, but thanks everybody for hanging out. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. We say it every show. Nobody does it, but maybe this time it'll work. If you do here, hit the like. It does help. Hit the subscribe. It does help. Oh wait, hold on. Got to whore out the channel for some shameless plugs.
Do that as I'm getting ready to fall asleep. I'm ready with you.
There we go. So we're normally live every Sunday, but we're going to be live tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. We're moving the podcast till tomorrow night, that horror movie podcast, because we're not doing it Sunday night because of the holiday. So join us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for our live podcast. And all of our podcasts are streaming. If you don't want to look at our beautiful faces and you want to just listen to it, There you go. These are all the platforms we're streaming on right now.
Go with
If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe now. Do us a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, we'll let happy horse shit. See how it works out. This was our top 5. This dropped Monday from our week before. Top 5 night of the blank movies, and there's a few of them right in that scene.
Hey, Steve, we got the horse. All right. Sorry.
Top 10 sitcoms. I dropped that this morning. So this is what we were talking about earlier. Go check it out. See which ones made my top 10. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. My Jaws review is coming out tomorrow morning. That'll be on the channel. Been teasing it for weeks, but I finally found a lot of time this week to get some shit done. So I got that done. And on Sunday, my Halloween what if. So I'm going to go through every movie and give you what if scenarios from Halloween. What if they didn't do this? What if somebody didn't do that? Fun stuff. Why? Because I'm a geek. That's why.
And we're going to go to Lake Chickamaucomico.
Yeah, we're going to go to Dumpwater, Florida. We're going to go back to Wanker County. Top 5 iconic cars in horror. That'll be on the channel we did that this past podcast. So it'll be there on Monday morning. And then a week from yesterday, 2 weeks from yesterday, we start that Halloween 2018 movie book club. So be sure to check that out. If you're a collector, you want to come on. We were talking to Rob about it. If you're a collector, doesn't have to be Halloween. It could be any type of horror. You want to come on and show your collection? Hit me up. We love collectors.
Hot Dog, the movie. I prefer Hot Dog, the hot dog. Come
on in. And all you cosplayers, same thing. Come on the show. And that is all the shameless shit that's on this channel. And that's because that's how we roll. All right, everybody. Let's do one quick thing in the chat. See what's going on. That's it. Scored Polk High. 4 touchdowns in 1 game. Polk High. Thanks, Travis, for hanging out. As always, Rob, thanks for hanging out.
Yes, Rob, Travis, Rick.
Everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy your holiday. Hopefully, everybody's off on Monday. Ed O'Neill learned married. This was canceled by fans.
Yes.
Well,
Fox
yes.
treated them like shit at the end. It was bad.
Yeah. Yeah. This way, he don't really even talk about it. He's so bitter about it.
It didn't get to end. The show didn't really end properly because of it too.
No, it didn't. Probably 3rd week in September. What day you want to come on? What's the 3rd week in September? Because he said he's about coming on. We'll figure it out. Just hit me up after the fact. I'll let Brett hang out before you fall asleep. Everybody, thanks again. I know this was short notice. I'm glad we had a great group of people chatting with us. Enjoyed watching the film again, as always, with everybody. Make sure hopefully we see everybody in the chat tomorrow night for the podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. And with that, we're going to call it a night. Brett, hang out. We'll say goodbye before you pass out. And where's the outro? And there it is. And thank you, everybody.
Good night.